Hey guys, it's Sarah again, and welcome back to my channel, Books and Banter. Today, we are going to be doing the Tolkien Tag, and this tag was created by booktuber Andrea Heckler. So thank you so much for creating this book tag. And I tag any and all Tolkien fans to also do this tag because it's great. So the first question is, how did your Middle-earth journey begin? Now, I believe I did watch the movies first because I wasn't really into reading the books at the time, but I really was into watching the movies, so I saw the movies first. But my first time reading the books was actually later on in life. It was actually when I was halfway through high school, I think, or almost done high school. I read The Hobbit. That was actually the first Tolkien book that I read, and I loved it. It enforced my love for Tolkien even more. So that's how my Middle-earth journey began. The second question is, what is your favorite Middle-earth book? I would probably have to say The Hobbit. I did love The Hobbit. I love the Hobbit movies, but the book is amazing, and I love the book. I don't have it on my shelf right now, I don't think, but my copy is about this thick, so it does look a little daunting at first, but it's amazing. Absolutely my favorite, 100%. Would definitely recommend you to read it if you haven't yet. The third question is, what is your favorite movie? Oh, I really do like the Lord of the Rings movies. They're great. But I do like the Hobbit movies. I do like the first Hobbit movie, but my favorite one would have to be the second, The Decimation of Smaug. Now, Lord of the Rings, I would have to say the last one, because it's great. It's epic, you know? It's where all the action really comes to a close, and it's fantastic. I do love the first one, though. The first one's great because it starts out the story. The middle one is okay, because I think there's only 3. I get lost with how many movies there are, honestly. But the last one is definitely my favorite. The next question, the important one, movies or books? Obviously the books, because the books have more detail, and there are things in the books themselves that have greater meaning, I guess you could say, or there's more things in the books than are in the movies. Or the movies have more things that are actually in the books, which is interesting. But I would definitely prefer the books over the movies. But the movies are still great, nonetheless. Now, the next question. Who are your favorite characters? Now, I would have to say Frodo is definitely one of my favorites of the movies and the books. I would also say Bilbo, of course. But I also like Legolas, and I know that he isn't named in the book. He's more, I believe he's called the Elf King, if my memory serves me right. But Thranduil is what he is named in the movies, and I actually do like his character, even though he's kind of like cold and he's semi-hard-hearted to a degree. I still like his character. But yeah, but I think my most favorite character has to be Sam, because he's awesome. He's a loyal friend, he's brave, he's courageous. Perfect friend, perfect character, next to all my other favorite characters. Next question, what Middle-earth race would you be? I know the answer to this one immediately. Elf. That is the one that has always been my choice. There was, when I was younger and me and my family, my brother would play Lord of the Rings themed games, I would always say, I'm the elf. I am always the elf. So my answer is obviously going to be to that question, elf. They're my favorite. The next question is, best actor / character casting mashup. So let me repeat that question again. Best character / actor casting match. I would have to say Martin Freeman as Bilbo was a good choice. Definitely. I wouldn't pick anybody else. He did it fantastically. I would also say Andy Serkis is always going to be Gollum. Like, I can't imagine anybody else as Gollum. Benedict Cumberbatch as Smaug. Best decision ever. He did a fantastic job. Absolutely fantastic. I wouldn't pick anybody else. I'd also say Ian McKellen as Gandalf was also a great pick. I feel like, though, since the movies have become so, loved by all and by myself, like, everybody was a great casting choice. So I can't really say none of them were, in my opinion. In my opinion. People may think otherwise, but in my opinion, I think they're all great. But the ones that I listed were kind of like the ones that stick out in my mind. Now, the next question is, what is your favorite place in Middle-earth? Well, I feel like that would be kind of an obvious one. It would be Hobbiton. Hobbiton would probably be my favorite because it's where the hobbits are, and it's nice and it's happy. The next question, or final question, is what is your favorite quote from the books or movies? Ooh, there are so many. Oh my goodness. The one that my brother and I like to make fun of, that's in the movies, is when Gandalf, and I don't know if it's actually in the book, but when they're running from the fire demon, I don't remember what his name, I'll put it right here once I recall it, and he's like, "Run, you fools." We always make fun of that, well, not me, but my brother likes to make fun of it, and we laugh about it because of the way it's said. But that's what would probably be one of my favorites because it's quoted a lot, and "You shall not pass," obviously very quotable. But I think one of my favorite lines, and I may be quoting this wrong, but when Sam says, "I may not be able to carry it for you, but I can carry you," I think that's how it goes. Like, loyalty right there. That's like one of the best quotes, I think, in the movies, and if it's in the books, I don't remember. I don't remember. It has to be one of the best quotes. So yeah, those are some of my favorite quotes. And some of the most memorable quotes are some of my favorites. Like, you can't deny, they're memorable for a reason. So, yeah. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. That is the end of the Tolkien Tag. Once again, I tag any Tolkien fan who wants to do this tag to please do it. Thank you so much for watching once again, and I encourage you to hit that like and subscribe button down below so that you can get notified about any of my future videos. With that being said, so long for now, book lovers. Bye!